but tanky is a...
right now. It's so bad. Has no mangoes to work. Has no tree. It should be much from now on. You commit to that kill, you don't do it, and then suddenly you can't do any aggressive moves anymore. So that's unfortunate for the Tiny.
Yeah, it's going to be problematic as well. I mean, he has a little bit of XP from Marbell, but it's not enough at this stage. I think the problem in this lane is what you're looking at is when you pick a Kunkka, you know the first two levels aren't going to be the best against someone like Tiny. Once he doesn't actually struggle anymore. Like, Tiny gets beaten out of the lane pretty hard.
Definitely. As the levels go by, yeah, Kunkka can fall to the combo, but he buys 2 bracers at this lane, I think, and with those 2 bracers, he's really not that threatened. You can't combo him on like some other heroes with Tiny. So, yeah, he should be able to have a decent lane here. And on top lane, you have the Pugna versus Necro. Pugna later on is really good versus Necro, but here, it's not really the best right now, at least, because there's a Treant as well. So he has to be a bit more careful.
We've already seen the conundrum that you run into, though. It's like the Treant cannot really approach the Pugna because he instantly gets decrepified. So the value you get out of that stage, Treant already moves slow. And he's not going to ever catch anyone when he's decrep.
The worst part is they wasted the century top on the...
we're talking about this with Armel, actually. Needs to be careful. Stop the torrent will be fine of South up. This is the point. Like, you can toss him on a tower, and most mids will just fold that alone. He just walks it off.
He didn't, yeah. He did get the aggro off as well, so the tower hit him too many times, which was also kind of bad there. So overall, Tiny is doing pretty well in this set.
Better than we would have expected, especially that early mana burn, but here's where it's the turn around. Armel can just go straight back to the fountain, regen up and return.
Yeah, what the next mechanic, man? Why not? Yeah, why not? Get yourself port out easy.
But I've had debates on this, right? Now, hear me out. It's my problem.
That needed. I'll take it here for the next game.
Alright, here's the problem with this whole X logic, and this is what you've heard me theory craft on these different builds. For example, one things like Leauge.
Yep.
But you have enough region to sustain yourself, because the moment you TP, this stage is not bad, but once you get level 6, that starts to become a problem, because that tells your opponent they can go do something on the map and you have no way of responding.
Yep, that's true. But the thing is, if he does go and do something on the map, you come back and you start pressuring his level. So that's also problematic. Same X, right? So it has many upsides. Very.
Don't get me wrong, I'm saying it's quite strong, but it's like it's at the same time as a Kunkka. You know, you're going to come back and be stuck in that lane. They can go elsewhere and do things. He's not the fastest tower pusher. He has pushed a wave.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Gabi on the bottom lane, they went to him, but he managed to port to the tower, which is only like a few centimeters away from where they went on him. Still, though, a necessary TP. And honestly, this Arc Warden is having a good game. Like, he has the same amount of CS like the Troll. And this is definitely decent for them. I mean, I honestly think if Troll and Dark Willow were top, the lanes would be better for them, but for EVOS, I mean...
I think when you look at this, it's gone down right now. The difference is the Willow's fallen a little bit up behind in terms of XP. Tim's isn't there either, but he gets that power spike at 3, whereas Willow now is kind of like, yes, you get some benefits from levels, but you really want to get to 6 quickly for that solo potential.
Yeah, levels on Arc Warden are I think also a bit more important than on Troll. This laning stage at least. They rotated the Treant as well. So they identified the problem. They can't let that Arc Warden just farm and do whatever he wants to. So they are bringing in 3 as well. And once the lane is pushed a bit, oh, that's
they know about him. Yeah. And they put down a ward as well. So that's 3 gold. They're not going to get it just yet. They'll eat it finally. And once that happens, White One's like, okay, no, they know, just back up now. We've got problems.
Yeah, that sentry was there right on time.
Gabi, moving forward on him. They need a bash. They want to get through this Spark Grave, though. Now the root's going to be put down, but he's going to dodge them out and move away. And iLogic, he's going to get low here from the Flux. He should just about be fine, though.
Yeah, this is the problem that we already assessed at this lane. Like, Troll, he's not really the tankiest of heroes, right? Like, early on, he's not really that tanky. And Arc Warden, he dishes out a lot of magical damage. And now he's level 5, he has that level 3 plus. He can catch that Troll very easily.
The dive on the tower here. Gabby taking on a decent amount of damage. iLogic needs to move away. The Flux is on him again. Now Whitemon diving on the tower. The Leech Seed giving him a bit of damage. The first blood gets drawn. Ninja Boogie gets it onto the troll. And Whitemon, he needs to get out of here now. He can't actually go for the kill on Gabby anymore.
This is a we didn't talk about this, but this is such a crazy combination. Like, you have the Wyvern and you have the Arc Warden. So when the Arc Warden uses the Flux, your natural reaction is to hug anyone, and then you have the Wyvern. You're gonna hug someone. All right, I'm gonna use Splinter's Blast time and time again, and I'm gonna take you down. And that's how he gets that first blood on Troll. So a nice combination. I wasn't really I didn't think about that, but it's...
I mean, they have backup plans as well, right? Because Wyvern, like, usually don't level Cold Embrace early, but when you think about the damage sources in this lane, right? A lot of it is physical based. Whether you have the Willow or the tree in there, it's all physical.
Yeah, the problem with getting that Cold Embrace early on is it wastes your mana, and it's not really good, especially on Arc. Like, we talked about Troll not being tanky. Arc isn't the tankiest either. And when you use that Cold Embrace, you don't really kill him that way too much, you know. And because of that, it's better not to level that skill up. Well, the first two spells give you so much. Right?
Yeah, Whitemon needs to be careful actually. Spark Rev gets put down, but will he'll do a creep. The flight is continuing. Ninja Boogie may have been a little bit too bold here. He'll get to the low ground, but guess what? Tiny's here as well. Face Hug's coming in. And the Avalanche will be there, club into his face. But that does leave Kunkka free in the mid lane now with a DD.
Top lane?
Going in. No, they can't get him. They're a bit reluctant. Dark Willow's been lingering off map for a long time. They know something's up. But this is the crucial spike point for Tims in this lane. Is he's reached level 3. He can have the double stun now. So this is where Veal needs to be a lot more careful.
He has to be careful. He has that Dark Willow to follow up with the Bramble Maze if they go on him.
Oh, look at this. TP for the bot lane. Armel's coming in. They want to go on target. Whitemon reveals as well. We're going to move across. iLogic being slow. The Flux is going to be there. The boat coming in. Torrent, and he's dead. No escape from that. Actually, Whitemon just has to TP out to safety.
Yeah, you honestly do not want to play a game versus an Arc Warden who's having a really good lane. Like, 8 minutes in, he has Aquila, he has boots. He's moving slowly towards that Midas as well. Has 500 gold, he can buy the gloves or the recipe soon. So overall, man, like, your Troll wants to be in front. Your Troll is the one that wants to pressure. Don't they?
Oh, no, the Cypher's not enough. Tim stays alive.
But Necro?
Going in, yeah, he's down. Cuckoo just burned through him. Nothing to it. And now, iLogic chasing across, but Cuckoo is a very fast little undead child. He can just move out here. Decrep, and he'll go for the TP. They have no way of interrupting that.
This is what we talked about, like, in the early laning stage, yeah, Necro can lane versus Pugna, but as soon as that Pugna is level 6, he uses the Crapify, he uses Life Drain, and you can't shroud yourself from that, you just die.
Remarkably done, actually, from Tim's there. He put down the Fidget very early, but kept his composure. And it's still not just the fact you lose the Necrophos. You just use the Scythe, and that's a big cooldown.
You lose the Scythe. At the same time, Tiny rotated, Troll rotated. There are many things there that happened.
Speaking of Tiny, might be in a little bit of trouble. The Moon across, they're just out of range in the X. There we go, they'll get it. The boat's coming in, of course, the Torrent always comes afterwards. And he's smashed in the face. Never Blast down to half HP. They need a bit more. The toss away, Devo. Uh-oh, iLogic gonna get the bash, the Decrep by the Protect, and now Cuckoo trying to move across, needs to be careful. Never Blast just to get hit on the iLogic. There will be a Curse Crown coming, and now they do use the Battle Trance as well. Armel will be ran down. Can he get killed up? Yes, he can. The toss in the air, he comes down dead.
That Troll's ultimate definitely helped there with the Tiny coming on that.
Bot lane though. Avil being slowed up here. The Flux is there. The Splinter Blast. He needs to retreat much faster than this. He might actually be. He might be protected by the cloak. Actually, the Flux going out again. Avil, this time you do not escape alive. You've got the Death Pulse. It'll buy a few seconds, but the final Spark Rep not even needed.
Yeah, he's definitely falling there, and it's a great boost for this Arc Warden as he's moving towards that Midas even faster now. Only 500 gold remaining, and the thing is. If you start killing Arc Warden after he got that Midas, it doesn't really do much. Because as soon as he respawns, he creates his own, he double Midas.
Troll in trouble. Life drained up. He's choosing the wrong choice here. He can't run away quick enough. iLogic, I mean, is bold. I think the only choice you had was to try for the bash. I'm surprised he didn't.
Try for a bash or run uphill. Not towards the Pugna. Do never run towards the guy that's...
Well, it's because he begun, and then the Decrepify came out, right? Like, he believed, and he's like, oh, wait, this guy has a way of disarming me. That's problematic.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's definitely a problem. But that's a problem that we assessed in the draft as well, right? Like, you have this Troll who's a huge right clicker, and then you picked it into a Pugna who has his Decrepify, which is always going to stop you from hitting. top lane tower is about to fall. They aren't going to contest that. They're actually smoked up bottom with Tiny and Willow. And this is a problem. Your Tiny isn't farming either. Like, you're smoking up with your position too, and...
Yeah, but Gabby already knows. There's no one shown on the map. They made this way too obvious, and as a result, I mean, you can actually see the only other person is iLogic, who's spotted by the observers they have deep anyway.
Yeah. Gabby is risking it a bit here, because he's...
Only 40 gold away from Midas. He does not have to stand... Like,
yeah, but you got a Wyvern here as well. You can slow this down, and if they dive, they actually will pay a price. The Winner's Curse is available.
True. I would still abandon this right now, but
going in. Can they get into the roost? No, they can't. They can actually find the winner Wyvern. The Avalanche is there. Ninjabuki staying alive for the moment, but finally go down. Gabby, curse crown on him. He may have made a mistake. He's got 2 versions of him, though. Can he fight up against Facehugger? Maybe. No one's coming to help. An Armel across. The bow's going to sink in. The X are drawing back, and they'll turn around and just melt through this Tiny. The toss away will not save him. In fact, Tim's... Oh, okay, he didn't have to get the final tap. A little like it, but Gabby gets the kill.
That was just amazing for them, actually. Arc Warden standing there, and they ported on time. However, this Pugna, like, he's blocked with his own ward here, which isn't really great on the bottom lane, but he's gonna chill. He's a happy tree friend. He's gonna chill a bit. Like, he ported at the right time. Sadly enough for him, he locked himself in the trees with that ward. But
he's looking at life from Trent's perspective for a bit, okay?
But it was good. They can't approach him, you know. He's just...
phase. It's going to be
so well later on as well. Like, in the mid game, yeah, he's fine, but later on, once that Midas pays off, like, look at him. Midas and 800 gold right now. That Arc Warden is gonna skyrocket, actually, because this is the first time that he has used that Midas, right?
Yeah.
And we spoke about the level 10 and the experience talents. Well, he's level 9 and 3/4. He's gonna be 10 in 1 minute or something. He's been on the safe lane, and that's not something that you usually get
from the top lane. Winner's Curse going to come out. They move across on iLogic. They do have their Slam available. He's in trouble. Move in there. It comes out. The enchant turns control. One Axis will not protect him. And actually, Whitemon thinks twice about trying to do anything here as he just backs up.
Yeah, this Treant hasn't really had much of an impact so far in the game. I think the problem is the lane that he's been put on, like the top lane with the Necro early on. They just didn't manage to do enough, and now they're suffering. They're paying the price for that. He's rotated mid now, so they might try to go for this tower with the Tiny.
The problem is Kunkka's going to be there. He doesn't have boat for 40 seconds, actually. He did throw it out willy-nilly, trying to catch onto someone.
Actually, Gabi might... Yeah, he's scouted out, but they don't have the damage between the two of them. Like the Willow might
Tiny's on the way.
Yeah, and the Willow does deal a lot of damage.
This should be obvious to Gabi, though. Maybe a little bit too late. The Curse Crown's going to be there, and then the Tempest Double coming out. Whitemon forced to use the Overgrowth. And now they put down the Magnetic Field. He needs to get in. The Avalanche going to be there, but he's getting blocked out. Facehugger finally going to move across and toss in. Gabi getting low. Will he take it in 1 minute? He will. Whitemon dies first, and now they need to actually get out.
Midas.
No, Midas is going to get... No!
Not Midas. He had the range.
Oh.
I guess maybe it was in the fog. But
wait, no, I think it was on cooldown still. Because is it independent cooldowns?
Was it the main one that had? Yeah.
Right. No, because actually, like you said, he nerded out on this hero pretty hard.
The clone has, his own cooldowns. I just thought that it was the clone that had it off cooldown and not the main one.
Yeah.
That's all.
Now, he had it on cooldown still for 10 seconds, but it's easy to get mucked up. They are very close, almost identical twins.
But they just put 3 heroes there to kill him, and they lost 1. And like that positioning from him, like running on next to the cliff, so that the Dark Willow cannot approach him and dish out the damage with the Bedlam was so good.
I think we saw what looked like sheer miscommunication. Is you had this fact where Tiny didn't actually commit heavily first because he assumed the Dark Willow was going to go in from the right side.
Yeah, but the Dark Willow couldn't approach because she was blocked. Patting, man, it's patting. He's gonna blame it on the patting. I know for sure.
Gaben, the real MVP for TNC here.
Yeah, so far the troll isn't finding his farm, so he doesn't have that farming item of his, right? Like usually, like the problem is he's going for that Battle Fury, which is gonna allow him to farm faster. But he didn't get it yet. He's not even close right now. And Arcwarden already has what he needs, so this troll is gonna be way behind this game, and that's worrisome because now you check the Shaker, he almost has his dagger. The Tiny has his, but
that's going to slow him down even more. That's the thing. I don't see this troll likely to get a Battle Fury before 20 minutes at this rate, because they could just jump him.
Yeah, they get when that Shaker gets the blink, they're definitely gonna be able to jump him. We see a smoke on the bottom lane though.
Well, they are going in deep. They want to stop Tiny. He just picked up his blink as well. They see the Necro first. Avel held in place. The bow's going to come in. The X draw back. He's dead. No escape from that. And Tim's gets ever closer.
He's gone.
The top Terrorize coming out. That's going to force him away. Ninja Boogie needs to run, but takes a lot of damage to the Bedlam. Going to die. And in return, Gabi is here. Armel showing up. He doesn't have the bow, of course. The root's going to come out from White Mom, but he is in trouble. The X is there. The Torrent drawback. They might be able to still get it.
Detection.
No detection.
No detection. They thought about porting in with both Pagna and the Arcwarden, the real ones, but they decided to not just continue pushing bottom. So they get the tower and they also defend, which is nice. They only lose the Wyvern.
Yeah, and also the other thing to be highlighted here is the amount of vision investment coming out from EVOS in this top lane. If they can't get the tower in the next 2 minutes, they have burnt so much of the early mid-game vision.
And the MVP of that whole engagement on top was Wyvern.
Oh, Armel. Trouble coming in, the boat to cover him, but now he might be a little bit done sparse here. Face's going to move in, blink forward with the Avalanche, the toss back, says iLogic, take over. Where's the bashes? Not going to get them, won't matter though.
Right? I liked how the Treant did not right hook him on purpose so he doesn't steal the kill.
He paused, he was halfway through it, they're like, no!
No. Yeah.
Troll needs this gold.
Oh, here we go. He's jumping on the Wyvern as well now.
This is a familiar spot. Ninja Boogie gonna go again.
All right, he was MVP the last time. Not
so much this time.
Yeah, not so much this time.
And while that's happening, actually, there's gonna be a pick off under the Willow here, just with the Tempest double.
It does get him. At the same time, because he did that, he's gonna have the Midas off cooldown on the phone, without using it. That is so. Thing for EVOS, I suppose.
And one thing to highlight as well is actually this troll. We were just saying it looks like it might be about a 20-minute Battle Fury, but he just picked it up. Like
That's nice.
That maneuver in the top lane, the way that played out for them, especially getting the tower, enabled him to get this much quicker than he should have nailed it.
Yeah, this is good, and I love that he's going for BKB instantly after because they needed so much of him. Like this Battle Fury alone, the only thing that it does is it allows him to farm a bit faster, and that's it. Like he still cannot fight. If he joins these fights, he can blow up so fast, it's insane. Like they have the Pagna, they have the Kunkka, and the Shaker with Blink, and if they find him now...
And speaking of that Shaker's Blink, they're smoked up moving forward. White Mon, ping on turn, down Sentry, the dust reveal. It's going to be used of the fish to catch up. So we need to be careful about iLogic. We do have the Echo Slam, the winning skirt's going to come out. The boat flying in already, They get across to the Echo Slam, they're going to win out. 3 heroes! They just stack even harder, no! Avile trying to move away, but slowed down. The body block's going to come out. The X-Back, he's going to fall as well. There's no escape from this. And a beautiful reveal, but they do lose Arcward in the mid lane as the rotation from the Dark Willow and the Tiny come out.
Man, that combo hit so hard, my PC turned off. Like that.
It actually is off.
That was so good. That was so good right there. You know what the worst part is? The Treant was in such good position. Like, he positioned himself so very well to break that smoke. He anticipated it. But they made the mistake of trying to help him. Because Treant, that they thought that they're overcommitting.
I mean, that wasn't... I wouldn't even call it help at that point. It's greed. The troll just picked up a Battle Fury, an item for farming, and he's immediately having this thought of, I can go fight them now. This is perfect.
Remember, we talked about troll warlords blowing up with that Battle Fury, didn't we? That's it. Like, you take that Battle Fury, you just die so fast because you don't have the BKB.
It's like you just pick it up, right? Immediately is an explosion. The only thing left is the Battle Fury laying there on the floor. Just pieces of trolls spread across the map. And actually, they might go hunting more. Tim's, he's ready to go on the prowl. Vile is very close here. Tim's perfectly placed for this on either side, actually. Narmel, he does have a Shadow Blade now, so he's on the hunt. The ping's come out. There it is. They're crept up. Necrophos in a lot of trouble. The boat's going to come in the torrent as well. He should be done so here. One more tap will do it. Pugna gets the kill. Now the Grip Turner on the Cuckoo. Looks like he might be in trouble. There's a Crep to protect him, and now the TP out from Armel says, no, you're on your own. Cuckoo should be chased down, but there's a haste here. He's going to be close. Can he get it?
Just to get that little...
Imagine how demoralizing that is.
Oh man, that little skeleton kid. Like, we can get him at least, right? Right, guys, right? No, haste appears.
Do you know what the sadder part is?
Top lane.
No one knew about that haste until they saw it. Yeah. Oh, Fisher coming out. Willow in a lot of trouble. The life drain's still going. You're gone.
And that haste brought him there, by the way. With that haste, he was able to get on top and get that Dark Willow on the other side of the map.
Double value.
Oh, this is so bad.
Look at Rock.
Like, look at that Warden as well. Travels, Midas. Oh, Travels, Midas, Maelstrom.
And this net worth lead is not deceitful at all, right? They have actually got instant value because they've more or less spent their money. They're not waiting on any big items here.
They're actually converging around the pit.
They can do it.
They can do it, but it's not necessary, honestly. They don't have to.
I mean, there's still towers to be taken, you know? Cuckoo, he's got to poke at this mid a little bit.
The thing is, with Arc Warden, if you're going Grosh, you're committing the clone and the Warden there when you could be farming two different sides of the map, you know? So it's kind of redundant. Like, it's not necessary to go big Grosh instantly, at least.
Right now, you know the EVOS are in a position where they have to make a move, right? They've only taken one tower so far this game, and they've already lost 6. And that is actually a big, like, in fairness to them, that's a big part of the inflation and net worth here is coming out of towers. The problem is, anytime they try and commit on tower, they're in trouble. The pings are coming out, they do see Gabby, but he's farming so deep in his own area of the map. How do you reach him?
Well, they have managed to find a way to actually come close. Ah, no.
This is stupidly deep, though. This could go wrong very easily.
It's what's following him. You see that? Like,
Sparkgrave scouting. He already knew someone was up.
Yeah, he pings it out immediately. So basically, he wanted to farm that hard camp, but he used the Sparkgrave, and yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if you just get hit in the face by it quickly and then move away, you're not at least not telling people where you're going the entire time.
Yeah, he should have done that.
I think his logic here is if I walk towards that way, they're thinking I'm retreating. Instead, I'm gonna go back. But Sparkgrave is not an expensive investment.
The next level play.
Next level play.
Well, he's gonna find him again, it seems.
Yeah, they've got the ward on the high ground, and Tiny's coming across this time. He has to know someone's up.
He has DD on Tiny, so this is a possible kill for them, but he's gonna kill the courier instead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gets the. Oh, that a lot on it as well. Wow, the completed veil, as well as woods, smoke. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a good kill, definitely. A courier kill is definitely.
I mean, it's always a good thing,
yeah,
but when it's got that much value on it, because that veil is a big pickup, it does give you a huge spike in this mid game.
Yo, buff courier kills by making it drop more gold, like on the percentage based on the items that it has. Let's go.
Scaling couriers. I mean, I thought we were gonna go full on roguelike and just say, yeah, you lose your items, they just die.
But make it give no gold if it has nothing. Like early on, make it.
I don't know. Like a courier snipe shouldn't be that easy early on. If it is, it's because you haven't read the situation right. Yep. Also, how else am I going to easily stomp my pub games? Because that is the quickest way to get a victory.
That's why I'm saying it, because killing a courier in a pub, it's basically winning your.
Oh, moving forward, the pitch is down to 2. The winner's card's coming out. They're doing chart turn into the boat, and they're gone. And that is you diving. It makes the vision obvious now. They're going to get rid of it, but that's you diving to the tier 2 without taking the tier 1 for a pos 5, and you still don't get the kill. Courtesy of that cloak pickup.
That's rough. That's so rough. Like, they aren't even able to blow up this Wyvern. That's so rough for them right now. Like, they must feel so useless, to be honest. Oh, feels bad, man.
I mean, that's your Tiny as well. That's your mid-game power. That's the man that's going to deliver your troll to the late game.
Exactly. Well, Troll is finding some farm. He has that BKB. So, yeah, even though the Arc Warden is becoming like this powerhouse, he has this Orchid. If the Troll manages to get to him,
they're not even going to get the tier... I'm not even sure they get the tier 1 bot. They might just come in. Gabby? Oh, I know. He didn't actually go in time. He's trying to slow him down because look at this. Smoked up TNC moving across just after they finish the Roche. They're going to actually find him as they retreat as well. The things come out for the Willow. Vile might be safe, but Dark Willow maybe not so much. The Curse Crown's there. The Fidget, the Enchant Turn Control. He can't move away from the Torrent. And with that, Leauge will go down. He gets left behind, hung and dry by his own teammates.
Yeah, so one of the reasons why Shaker came back into the meta was the Dark Willow, and then people realized how strong he actually is as well with that Aghanim build. But people were trying to find reasons, heroes that are good versus Willows.
Speaking of Shaker, also the BKB logic. They do have the winner's curse. No, use it. No! Tims!
Tims made a mistake there, yeah.
Yeah, I think you kind of panic. You're like, I'm a melee hero, and I don't want to be in melee range against a troll, but...
he was porting out, so all he had to do is stay there and give info. But instead, he basically did not think that Winter Wyvern was close enough. So he kind of moved back. Still, that's a second off on the...
I mean, that's a 10-second BKB, and there's not really many more defensive... Like, you can't get much more defensive than that.
Well, you can. He's actually building Lincolns too.
No, in terms of the use. But yeah, in terms of iron build.
But the Blink, though, I really dig it. I like the Blink build. Either Blink or Shadow Blade, because they need to get on top of this Warden.
That's the case for a lot of carries right now. Is that, like, there's a lot of heroes in the meta that are very good at kiting. You just need to close that gap. Terrorblade's my favorite for it at the moment. You just blink in the middle of the fight. You get double value for the reflection, but
the problem is, though, there's Aegis on this Arc Warden, and he's already hit that critical mass in which he only needs to send the clone to farm. He can be always... he can do this exactly what he's doing. He just sends the clone on the lane and he goes back. So.
Yeah, so it's going to be pushed now, and the benefit of that, of course, is you don't really need to commit multiple heroes to split locations like the side of EVOS do. You can just have him doing that and more or less just pushing 2 lanes and then have 4 people go ganking together.
So this is my issue with the Arc Warden. So you have given him this Aegis, and the only thing that he's gonna do with it, or the only thing that he's been doing with it so far, is farming. And the hero itself, imagine if TNC won the lanes the same way with another character.
Willow in trouble here, uses the Realm, but it won't matter. Shadow Realm cannot protect you, like you before.
Yeah, Shadow Realm versus Pagna versus Shaker versus Kunkka. It's a rough Dark Willow game. Alright,
they heard what you said. They hear you, Liz. Coach Liz, with the insights, they say, okay. On the high ground. The Flux will slow down and scale for Vile. He needs to be careful. Actually, Sunspark is taking a lot of damage here. He might fall the Fidget. He's gone. He's gone. No. Yep, they get him. Yep. It's enough. He can't heal up for the 1. Cheeky attempt is flawless.
Yeah, that orchid was definitely a valuable pickup for them. Oh, well, Treant is hitting tower a bit.
Yeah, Treant's doing a little bit of split push, but he needs to be back here with the Overgrowth. He's TPing him right now, but it's a long TP. A lot of damage done to the attack. And look at the Spark Rays. They have to go all the way outside the base just to look for a backstab with the Shadow Blade.
It's so hard, though. And he's X'd as well.
Oh no, Leauge, the boat coming in. He tries to blink away. He takes it to the face. Down to half HP already, the Fissure as well. He needs to actually regen up. He can't stand here right now.
It's rough. It's very hard for them to defend this lane.
This slow siege is actually brutal. This is the power of the Arc Warden, like I said, reaching critical mass. The Sun's coming out into the Willow as well, just looking for the right clicks with the Maelstrom Proc's not getting them. But you do distract him. You distract the troll with the Tempest double, and as a result, you get even more damage on the rack. So back away, but you don't have to wait long. This is the thing about Arc Warden. The Tempest double is a lower cooldown.
So you have that Tempest double, and also you have the Nether Blast, just constantly taking down these racks. You have the trees to counter it a bit, but it's not enough. They are wrapping around, but...
They have to make a move right now. Smoked up. Facehugger does get revealed. Tims blinks away. He's like, hell no. The Fidget block off. Now they might turn around. Armel moving forward. Has the boat veiled once more. The BKB coming out strong. Trying to move in Leauge. What can you do here? The Winner's Curse is there. The boat coming down the side as well. The Terrorize out just in time. They get hit by the boat. No route. And they don't hit anyone with the Terrorize. There's UC Overgrowth, but there's no one backing this out. The side from the base. Looks like they're going to get rid of the King. The Echo coming out. Tims controlling again. Avile down to half HP. Blazing needs to move away quicker. The Magnet's build to protect him. He'll stay alive. The Cold Embrace is going to keep him up. Facehugger might not be so lucky chasing on him, but he will get away. And now the reset will come in, but Vlaisu's still on the side. He has no terror. He's got a Bedlam. He's down to half HP. He needs way in, but they're going to lose the entire set of racks there.
They have to buy back the troll for mid if they opt to go mid. They don't have
the Kunkka.
They don't have the Kunkka. They don't have the Echo. Shaker is low, but they can.
But they got poke power.
Yeah.
There you go. Man-headed field on the high ground. They're not done just yet. They want more.
But the problem is if you want to buy him back, but if you buy him back, he has no BKB and... Hey, they're in a rough spot. It's hard to make this decision.
And they have no Overgrowth either. 45 seconds. Sun's coming out in the flight, so moving forward. Let's jump in. Tiny, the avalanche on the free. The toss back, he might have nothing. Tim's good control. Gabby, his illusion. Tempest double just trying to do enough. The buyback did come out from the troll, but he still doesn't have the BKB. The Battle Trance is going to be used. Whitemon finish off a kill, but he dies in return. And now they'll chase on the Whitemon as well. The troll dead after the dieback. This might just be conclusive. They have no way of stopping Gabby from just going back into the base. Oh. Tiny Tiny with the TP in, needs to protect Flysus. His only hope, he needs to keep that Willow alive. It's a long TP, there it is though, the root walks straight into it. Pugna taking a lot of damage, the Cold Embrace protects him again. Whitemon needs to move away from this fast, gonna move across, there's gonna be a useless flux. He will tick out from this as well. Gabby moving in, the buyback coming up, the Earthshaker, the ready party, the Terrorize off cooldown once more, is gonna scare away the Pugna. But Facehugger, this is a defensive Shadow Blade. He has no target. Now they see him perfectly. The Life Drain's gonna come out, trying to slow him down. The Spark Raves just chasing on through. He's still under sentry. This is problematic. And the Shadow Blade is about to run out. He needs a blink to safety right this moment.
Yeah, they kind of understood where it is going, and Shaker is following.
He's still going. He said, Dust, let's do this. There's a party time. He doesn't have Echo for 30 seconds, but he's still going to chase. The supports are keeping Tiny out of base just so that the rest of his team can just go back in. TNC, they are not done with this base just yet.
And they forced them to use all their buybacks almost, and these Raxes are still falling.
Tiny has no TP.
Yeah, he has to run back if he wants to be back.
They corralled him so far away from his base, he's going to lose the whole thing by the time he arrives.
And look at this. They're even using Xmart to just bring back Pugna to go for his items that come back after. Heals up, takes all the items, refreshes the bottle.
All right, they're back on the high ground. Final lane. EVOS maybe they'll probably be left with one Rax when they got everyone up and everyone ready. Tiny's almost across now, but they have got wards down. They should see him coming. No, there's sentry the whole area. This might be his best opportunity. There's a Corey coming in as well. It has a gem on it. On the side, Whitemon Wayne does have the Overgrowth Veil. Well, this will be the perfect moment, but his team isn't ready. They've still got to wait 10 seconds for Willow.
They have to take a fight here.
They can't lose the final Rax. There it is, going to move in now on the back foot. Look, Troll going inside. Stop though. Ninja Moon is still alive. The win is curse. It's coming in. The moment's going to be there as well to control them up. And Armo, he's ready to reset this. There's a Splinter Blast coming through. Facehugger just has to toss him away, but it's too late. He's dead. Whitemon with the Overgrowth doesn't connect with Aaron. Armo moving forward to the BKB. He's going to extra on back. And it looks like Tree's going to go down. The buyback from Tiny's not going to achieve enough. Here, they lose too many. Echo. It comes in. The Terrorize. It gets interrupted again. Tim's. Oh, God here. He's going to get rid of the Willow. And now just tagging this up. It's too late. Facehugger will get one kill, but the GG comes out. Game 1. TNC take it. And the power of this Earthshaker conclusive through and through out the